And welcome to the Aberdeen Wings Coaches Show. Joining us now, Coach Anzalone. And Coach, thanks for taking some time.
All right, thank you, Ward.
Hey, it was a big weekend for the Wings, going into Minot and coming away with a couple of wins there.
Yeah, I thought it was a real good weekend for our team. Obviously, we're happy to get the 2 wins and snap the 4-game losing streak. But what I liked about our weekend in Minot is I thought we reestablished our identity of being a competitive hockey team that plays real good team defense, takes care of the puck. And then obviously the cherry on top of the cake, especially on Saturday, is that we got real timely saves from Andrew Shortridge. So all in all, a real good weekend. We feel like we're back on track and we're moving forward this week.
Shortridge getting his second career NAHL shutout. And tell us about the progression of Andrew Shortridge, or even some of the younger players or first-year players.
Well, Andrew's come in here and he's done a real good job for us. What I like about Andrew is, again, he's a cool, calm, collected goaltender, and the players in front of him kind of take on his demeanor when he's in the net. The team plays calm and relaxed, and Andrew's just come in here and he sees the opportunity. He's a please and thank you type of kid. He goes about his business, and he's had a real good start for us. Hopefully he can keep it up. We like his progression.
You bet. If some of you are seeing right now, you might see a little bit of mist or fog coming off of our mouths. That's because we're inside the ODI Center right now, and this weekend we're excited. We're chilling it up, getting that ice nice and hard, because we got a big weekend against the Minnesota Wilderness. We haven't played them yet this year, but you guys did get a chance to see them at the showcase, and you know what they were from last year. So give us a little heads up of what we can expect for the weekend.
They're a very, very competitive hockey team. They defend well. They don't give you much. You've got to be ready to play in the hard areas when you play the Minnesota Wilderness. They're a well-coached team. They have good goaltending. And what's interesting about the Wilderness is, for as good as they are defensively and as hard as they are to get ice from, they have some players who can put the puck in the net. They're good offensively. So I like their balance. In some ways, it's going to be a spin-off of the games in Minot. The games in Minot were incredibly competitive, and they were very, very physical. I expect another tough battle this weekend against a real good hockey team.
The Minnesota Wilderness will be here inside the ODI Center Friday and Saturday night. Coach, moving forward now, we're keep progressing throughout the entire year. Still a lot of games left, but what does it take to keep these guys focused each and every week in the game plan that starts on Monday when you're onto the ice and preparing for the weekend, and just coming off of games and getting ready for that next opponent?
I think we have to keep focusing on getting better every day. Really, there shouldn't be any big motivational speeches or any types of pump up or anything like that. I mean, this is a great league. Look at the standings. It's incredibly competitive. Look at the players that commit out of this league to Division I college hockey. Look at the facilities we have. I think the motivation right now is really taking care of itself. In the last week or two, we've actually taken a less is more approach in terms of what we've tried to communicate with the group. We've talked a lot about hockey and about our play, and we've done a lot of coaching and correcting here on the ice, but really we haven't done much to pump up and motivate the guys. That's kind of taken care of itself right now. As I've said before, I think this is the most competitive this division has been in a while, and I think the opportunity each day is in and of itself the greatest motivator for the guys at this level and for the players that obviously play here in Aberdeen for the Wings.
We asked you a few weeks ago we had some questions from the fans, and one of those was, what's your favorite part about the games here inside the ODI Center? And you mentioned the fans getting up for power plays, anticipating that big shot or blocking that big shot on the penalty kill. They saw that. I mean, you had to have seen that. They did pick it up a little bit. I mean, our fans were right there. What kind of advantage is that from a bench perspective to just the team overall?
Well, I think anytime the crowd's on your side, which is the case every night here at the Odie, even on nights we don't play well, I mean, one of the things that amazes me about our fan base is they're in the building for the entire game. No, we could be down 5-0. Hopefully we're not on Friday, but nobody leaves, and we appreciate that. I think when the crowd gets up out of the seats here at the ODI Center, it sends some electricity up the backs of the guys. It can help us with the push through. Maybe we're late in the game, we've played well, but it's a 2-1 game, we're down by a goal, we've got the goalie pulled. The crowd noise, the fans being behind you, it really serves to be the 6th or 7th skater on the ice, depending on the situation, and gives our guys a little bit more of a push as they try to push through against tough opponents in the third. So we appreciate when the fans cheer when we score and when there's a big hit and a big fight, but it's like you just said, and I tried to make the point a couple weeks ago, a big block on the PK or maybe a great play at the paint. The puck didn't go across the line, but everybody in the building knows we've loosened the opponent's goaltender or their D-zone coverage a bit. Yeah, it takes more than a normal hockey fan to see that. You do have to have a little bit of hockey 101 education. But when the fans can get behind more than just goals and hits and fights, it really serves to create a home ice advantage.
And we've definitely got that here, and I really think the North American Hockey League, it'd be kind of fun to see what the different decibels are in all the other arenas in the league, and I think the OD would be atop that. Coach, moving forward, like we mentioned before, a lot of games left in the season. What kind of regimens are the players on? Workout, nutrition, things like that. How is it keeping them going?
Well, we have the same routine pretty much every week. We tweak it a little bit here or there. Hockey players really, really like structure. They like to know where to be and when and what's expected each day. So we'll throw a couple curveballs at them once in a while, but they know their routine. On Mondays, we have short practice. We practice anywhere from 50 to 65 minutes, and we do high-intensity overspeed skating for anywhere from a half to 3/4 of the practice. Then we work out. We work out again on Tuesday. We start to get a little bit more into team play. We'll work out again off the ice on Wednesday. We'll continue to build on team play. Thursday is another short day because we have a game on Friday. So early in the year, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're working out as a team in the weight room. We do a lot of different things. We lift for strength. We do fast feet and agility work. Some days we'll do more balance, core stability. Some days we'll do linked strength training for the fast twitch muscles. We do a lot of different things in the weight room. But up until about January, maybe early February, we're 3 days a week in the weight room. Then we scale it down to 2. And then even into the playoffs, we'll be 1 day a week in the weight room because it's part of our culture here. And nutrition is an every day, every hour, every minute thing. It's one of the major pillars of being an elite athlete and an elite hockey player. So we try to encompass everything. Nothing scientific. We just try to do the best we can and help the players so they can develop not only on the ice but off the ice as athletes and as people.
The dream begins here with the Aberdeen Wings of the North American Hockey League. And Coach, kind of end our coaches show for today, we have a question from our fans. And our question comes from Karen, and it was a simple question. She said, who's your favorite NHL team and why?
Well, the team that I guess I root for, if I root for anybody, is the Toronto Maple Leafs. I've always been a Toronto Maple Leaf fan ever since I went to a playoff game at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto in 2001. That is an atmosphere. Toronto on game night and the ACC on game night. But I guess if I'm going to be a fan and I'm going to do a fist pump, it's for the Leafs. But as a coach, I really enjoy watching the teams that I can relate to because of the type of team we have, for example. I really like watching the Boston Bruins and the LA Kings because they provide a foundation for what we're kind of trying to do here. But when it comes to rooting and being a fan and having a bucket of popcorn by my side, as rare as that is, it's the Leafs I'm pulling for. And
all right.
They haven't gotten it together these last couple of years. They made the playoffs a few years ago, so hopefully we see them in the playoffs this year.
They're one of the original teams.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach, for joining us today. And again, coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday, the Aberdeen Wings are here inside the ODI Center taking on the Minnesota Wilderness. Friday night, something special. You can bring your dog. Well, actually, you got to register first. You can do that by emailing Aaron at asmith@aberdeenwings.com or inboxing our Facebook page with a picture of your dog. We'd like to keep them in a smaller size. We're also looking for the name of the dog, your name, a phone number for you, and also the dog's weight, things like that. It's going to be kind of fun. We'll have a first intermission dog race, Wings dog race, on Friday night. It'll be interesting. Saturday, though, is our special jersey auction. We are wearing special jerseys for the Aberdeen Area Humane Society, great organization that's teamed up that we've teamed up with this year, and we look forward to seeing you all here for that. And you can see the jerseys both Friday and Saturday here as the Wings take on the Minnesota Wilderness. Well, that's it for today's Coaches Show. We'll talk to you next week right here on the Aberdeen Wings Coaches Show.